Please welcome Alex Van Cleve, everybody. Hey, Comedy Corner Underground, how's it going? I am apparently Alex Van Cleve. I'm originally from Iowa, or as Minnesotans call it, the South. My least favorite race is human, and I currently work as Channing Tatum's body double. I had a friend that dropped acid, and you best believe I scooped that shit up before he noticed. I'm going to school to be a probation officer, but I'd really rather do this for a living. So, worst case scenario, I'll be working with degenerates. Best case scenario, I'll be working with degenerates. I've been doing yoga for a while now. My ultimate goal is to be able to insert my head into my colon so I can better understand Republicans. Have you ever realized if something was to happen to Barack Obama, Joe Biden would be running the country? Isn't that the most scary, awesome thing you've ever heard? Joe Biden is the kind of guy whose stimulus package would include a penthouse from 1985 and a six-pack of Natty Light. Gas is so cheap now, it's quite amazing. I've been trying to come up with new uses for it, but it makes the cornflakes taste like shit. I wasn't a very smart kid growing up, and TV didn't really help much either. There was a lot of innuendo that clearly went over my head. The biggest culprit of it was MaxiPad commercials, especially the really old school ones. It has wings, it moves with you. Look at it absorb all this blue liquid. I held a thought at age 6 until age 12 that I was sure adult women peed themselves on a daily basis. I was with a woman who was really into S&M. Didn't really understand how that works, but didn't let her know that. So she told me to punish her. So I sent her to her room. She said, that's not how it fucking works. So I washed her mouth out with soap. She got even more angry with me. Then I told her she wasn't allowed to watch American Idol. She won't return my phone calls. I've been spending time with my dad. My dad is a man of a certain age, and that age is old as fuck. He's at that point of his life that all of his fantasies are sleep-related. So I swear, Inception is basically a porno for him. After all, it's basically a film about a nap within a nap. Have you ever seen an old guy analyze a receipt? It's quite amazing, I kind of wonder what's going through his head. If only my arm was 8 inches longer. Or, I will proclaim this for Rome. I find this stuff really funny that's happening to him, but at the same time I'm kind of terrified because I know it's going to be me in 30 years. I called up my grandfather and I told him I'm gay. I'm not really gay, but it really freaks him out. He also has this Alzheimer's thing going for him. So he doesn't remember these conversations. So I've been calling him up once a week doing this. A birthday is a celebration that you manage not to die in 365 days. Death is the consolation prize of life, and masturbation is the solitaire of sex. I've been growing out my hair to donate to Locks of Love. It's a good thing they don't tell, the kids where the hair comes from, otherwise they'd probably rather be bald. Recently, I tried to donate some blood, but they wouldn't take it because I refused to tell them where I got it. Come on, dude, breathe. Come on. Quit dying me. But yeah, it's already midway through February, I mean, how many of you guys have actually said, fuck it to the New Year's resolutions? Okay, we got a few honest people here. My New Year's resolution was to stay clean of heroin. I don't use heroin, so this should be pretty easy. My local wind farm has been able to successfully breed male and female wind. Okay. 1752, Benjamin Franklin invented electricity because it was no longer humane to execute somebody with an acoustic chair. Anybody here have kids?
No.
Okay. I don't have kids either, but I'm an uncle. That means I can return the kid before I grow to resent it. I have this nephew, he's 4 and his name is George. His parents try to pawn him off on me quite a bit, but I'm really busy, so I really don't have time to watch him. So I've been practicing myself passive-aggressive uncling. I get the kid sugar roots before I drop him off. I just open the car door and he flies out and lashes onto his dad's head. It's quite spectacular. I've even been teaching him jokes. This is the last one I taught him. What do you call it when you study abroad? Gynecology. And I don't have to watch him anymore. Okay, has anybody here worked in an office?
Yeah.
Okay, some people. Awesome. I used to work in an office and we had Secret Santa. I got Phil from accounting. Now, it's really difficult to buy a gift for somebody you don't know. So I decided to mess with them. So I got him a positive pregnancy test and a note that says we need to talk. And that is how I used to work in an office. I wanted to give my girlfriend flowers, but they're very expensive. So I found a place I could get them for free. A cemetery. Oh, come on, I waited for the families to walk away before I took them. So I give her the flowers, and she's like, oh, that's so sweet, you even got me a card. Card? What card? But before I could stop her, she opens the thing up, and it says, we miss you, Grandma, in crayon.
Oh, God.
A few years ago, I was walking to a friend's house, and midway through, I realized I really needed to pee. I tried to ignore it, but it just kept going, and I was just afraid that my bladder was going to explode like a water balloon. So in my darkest hour, I see my salvation, bushes. So you best believe I Usain bolted it over there. So I'm just wedged in these bushes doing my thing, and finishing up, I turn around, and there's a squad car. Lights on, cop on the sidewalk. I knew I was screwed. So I decided to handle it like an adult. I acted like I was retarded. I slap on this big shitty grin. I just waddle over to the guy. I give him a big hug. I kiss him on the cheek and pat him on the head. And I go, will you be my friend? The cop's face goes all white. He backs up slowly, gets back in his car, and drives off. And here I am, just shitty and grin, just waving bye-bye to him as his car disappears around the corner. Then I got the fuck out of there. But first I put my dick away. I got in a shouting match with my mom. She called me a son of a bitch, and I got a little bit emotional because we finally agreed on something. I want to get a dog so I have something to blame my farts on. I think adoption is an amazing option because if the kid grows up to do something amazing like become a doctor or a lawyer, you can go, that's because of my superior parenting. But if the kid becomes a loser, you can go, the kid was fucked up when I got it. That's my time, Comedy Corner Underground.
Here we go with Alex Van Cleave, everybody. Please welcome your second Alex Van Cleave, everybody.
good. I'm also Alex Van Cleve. You're going to see a couple more Van Cleves yet tonight, so you're getting the whole family. Yeah, we're all fucked up, I know. All of us are just fucking, okay. There we go. I was talking to my girlfriend, and she looked at me and she was like, if you treat me like a princess, I'll treat you like a king. Okay?